We are officially
Okay.
recording.
Oh shit.
And we're just gonna start just the basic stuff. Can you guys introduce yourselves, each one of you guys, and what got you involved in the commentary community?
I can go first, Kevin, if you want me to.
Yeah, far away, brother.
So I'm Danny from the Clout Route. Uh, I joined the commentary community a few years ago. I kind of probably drug Kevin along with me, but back in the day, it really started from a like Keemstar hatred for me. Uh, Keem was like one of the first lol cows, I guess you could say, that I encountered online. I thought he was hilarious on Drama Alert and start memeing on him on Twitter from that. And also, I mean, around the same time as when we started the show. So the show was a good entry point into the commentary community for us as well.
Good stuff. All right, you mind giving us a little intro there, Kev?
Absolutely. My name is Kev Nevick. I am a co-host of the Clout Route Egg 2, if you will. And I got started in the commentary community, as Danny may have mentioned, through Threat of Death. Danny needed a producer for his channel, and he brought me on. I've been podcasting probably for the last 10 years or so. And I do admit I had an affinity for watching commentary videos on YouTube. So when Danny gave me the call, I was happy to join him on this venture.
Okay, now you guys mentioned the Clout Route. What is the Clout Route? And how many subscribers do you guys have? And like, what do you guys specialize in?
So right now, the Clout Route, we just crossed the 500 threshold. So I don't know, we're like 520, I think, right now.
That's awesome.
And the Clout Route, I guess it started as like a little idea I had and approached Kevin with about just, shooting the shit on frustrating people online, internet presences, YouTubers, streamers. And even back then, we thought politicians were fair game, yada, yada. It was kind of all the above. And as it went along, like commentary, became a big part of it and then kind of waned out of our attention as well. So we've kind of like, we take dives in, but I wouldn't say that we're just a commentary community channel. We've kind of evolved into like a comedy, internet news show that talks about commentary every once in a while because there are definitely characters there to laugh at.
Now, Kev, do you think that the commentary community is a good place for an upcoming content creator to maybe start making content in this area, or do you think that this is not the route that a young up and coming content creator should take?
I don't want to take sort of the easy way out here, but if you'll give me a moment, I think it really does depend on the situation. Because for some content creators, I would say the commentary community may not be for you. You may not want to deal with some of the extra stuff that comes along with it. But I actually do think it's a good place to spend some time for an early content creator because of two things, maybe three things. One, you're always going to have content. There's almost always something going on, something to talk about on a week to week basis. You are likely, once you've built a community, even if it's small, you're likely to have a very active chat, which I think makes life easier on you early in the game to make sure that the show keeps flowing and people stay entertained and they want to be there to hang out. And the third one is because you will have to have a tough skin if you want to be in the commentary game. And I think that is so vital for any content creator, any artist, really anybody whose job at the end of the day is going to come down to selling themselves, whether it be a writer, musician, anything. You're going to have to learn to take a beating verbally, take criticism, be ready for just the bullshit that might come your way. And the commentary community, or being a commentary creator, will certainly provide you with the opportunity to take your own criticism, and also plenty of stories to say, oh, wow, well, I'm never going to do that. That's fucking wild.
Awesome. Now, Danny, bringing like the commentary community, what is the commentary community? If you were to be able to just wrap it up in a couple sentences, what is the commentary community?
A couple sentences, huh? Because I feel like it's a
well, give us what you got. Yeah, give me what you got.
You could go on, but I guess if I wanted to sum it up, well, they're critics, obviously, but they have a taste for commentary community. People have a taste for a certain kind of character to critique. You know what I mean? It's like, it's never quite just your average person. Now, they're always like YouTubers, content creators, yada, yada, that the commentary community decides to go after. But really, the community kind of eats itself as well. The characters from the community often become targets of the community. So, I guess that's not very succinct, but it's a group of people that love to talk shit and don't mind interpersonal drama mixed in there as well.
This is for both of you, would you say that harassment comes with the territory with jumping into the commentary community?
I'd say for us, because when we started the Clout Route, as it is, I wouldn't have said we were necessarily in the commentary community, or I didn't even really know what that was at first. But when I start taking shots at people like Keemstar or Tipster on Twitter, that's when you start getting lumped in to the community. When your criticisms align with these people, you know, they start to pull you into the fold, I guess.
I would say, just to add to that, I do think it comes with the territory. Maybe it's not specific to commentary, because it'll happen in sports as well. I think anywhere you make content where people have strong opinions one way or the other, I think you're going to put yourself in line for the harassment of the audience. Whoever disagrees with you is probably going to take some shots at you. It just feels like that's the state of the world online these days.
You know, now that I'm speaking on harassment, and you find that in the commentary community, we hear the word doxing a lot. Could both of you guys give me what the definition of doxing is in your own words?
I'll take that one first. Doxing, as I understand it, is providing the private information of an online individual or some of the private individuals, i.e. their family, friends, relatives, and sharing that in a public forum. I don't know if the intent really matters, but I would say, you know, with the intent of doing some harm, trying to do that maliciously, I guess you can incidentally dox someone. We've seen things like that happen before, but for me, it's certainly normally an intentional thing that is done to try to force people offline, or at least encourage harassment in their direction.
Would you agree with that?
Sure, I definitely agree with everything Kevin says, but to get, I guess, more granular with it, specific with it, you know, people consider doxing, you know, different and different circumstances. Pictures can be doxing. First and last name can be doxing. Address can be doxing. Phone number can be doxing. When we say personal information, it's usually those kind of specifics that people decide to share around, because well, like Kevin said, the intent might not matter, but when that information gets shared in a public forum, it's often weaponized. And you can kind of see how that would happen with those kind of bits of information there.
Now, is that considered a crime, doxing, or does nothing ever get done about this in the commentary community?
I mean, I think that legally there are definitely states, or I think, it's always different state by state, but there are definitely places where you can get in trouble for doing such a thing. Obviously, there's degrees to it. I don't think anybody is going to necessarily get in any legal trouble if they leak your first name or something, because some people would consider that doxing. But yeah, definitely, I think to a certain extent you could get in trouble for it somewhere. In the commentary community, it's almost like there's two flavors. There are the people that put their foot down, absolutely no doxing. This is not a good thing in any shape or form. And then there's another flavor, that embraces it, does it on the regular, uses that as a tool to, get their way or make their point. With flavors, as I say, there's all varying sorts. So it's not just black and white there, but I do think that there tends to be two sides to it like that.
And do you agree with that, Kev?
I think it's tricky. Obviously, if you go to the full extent of having someone swatted, that one's an easy one. That's a crime. You're going to get charged with it, I would say, almost every time. I think what happens with most current doxing situations is that the victim will just reach out to the platform and have the content removed. I don't know how many people have been put in, at least in the commentary community, I don't know how many people have been put in a situation where they felt like they needed to turn to the law enforcement to help them with the situation. I think most people are at least, I don't want to say content, but for lack of a better word, will accept just having their personal information removed from the public eye. So I would imagine you could approach charges. I imagine you could take it to court. But I think in most cases, people don't want to go that far unless they truly feel like they're in danger.